guys, welcome back to the show, man. It's another failing millennial up in this bedroom, the color of a rose, to read you some books and bring you knowledge. Can you see the sign? It's important that the sign is always visible in these videos. Oh God, it's on my butt. I'm so sorry if you saw my butt just now. In today's episode, we're going to be reading a popular book. It's probably pretty popular. It's called Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and it is written by a man named Robert Kiyosaki. Yeah, I said that right. Sometimes I mix up my Y's and my W's when it comes to Japanese. Robert Kiyosaki. Robert T. Kiyosaki. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Let's jump right into it, shall we? We're going to start... Let's see here. Where should we start? Right here. Huh? Chapter 7. Lesson 6. Learn to work. Sorry. Work to learn. Don't work for money. In 1995, I granted an interview with a newspaper in Singapore. The young woman reporter was on time, and the interview got underway immediately. We sat in the lobby of a luxurious hotel, sipping coffee and discussing the purpose of my visit to Singapore. I was to share the platform with Zig Ziglar. He was speaking on motivation, and I was speaking on the secrets of the rich. Someday, I would like to be a best-selling author like you, she said. I had seen some of the articles she had written for the paper, and I was impressed. She had a rough, clear style of writing. Her articles held a reader's interest. You have a great style, I said in reply. What holds you back from achieving your dream? My work does not seem to go anywhere, she said quietly. Everyone says that my novels are excellent, but nothing happens, so I keep my job with the paper. At least it pays the bills. Do you have any suggestions? Yes, I do, I said brightly. A friend of mine here in Singapore runs a school that trains people to sell. He runs sales training courses for many of the top corporations here in Singapore, and I think attending one of his courses would greatly enhance your career. She stiffened. Are you saying I should go to school to learn to sell? I nodded. You aren't serious, are you? I nodded again. What's wrong with that? I was now backpedaling. She was offended by something, and I was now wishing I had not said anything. In my attempt to be helpful, I found myself defending my suggestion. I have a master's degree in English literature. Why would I go to school to learn to be a salesperson? I am a professional. I went to school to be trained in a profession, so I would not have to be a salesperson. I hate salespeople. All they want is money. So tell me why I should study sales. She was now packing her briefcase forcefully. The interview was over. On the coffee table sat a copy of an earlier best-selling book I wrote. I picked it up as well as the notes she had jotted down on her legal pad. Do you see this? I said, pointing to her notes. She looked down at her notes. What? She said, confused. Again, I pointed deliberately to her notes. On her pad, she had written, Robert Kiyosaki, best-selling author. It says, best-selling author, not best-writing author. Her eyes widened immediately. I'm a terrible writer. You are a great writer. I went to sales school. You have a master's degree. Put them together, and you get a best-selling author and a best-writing author. Anger flared from her eyes. I'll never stoop so low as to learn how to sell. People like you have no business writing. I am a professionally trained writer, and you are a salesman. It is not fair. The rest of her notes were put away, and she hurried out through the large glass doors into the humid Singapore morning. At least she gave me a fair and favorable write-up the next morning. The world is filled with smart, talented, educated, and gifted people. We meet them every day. They are all around us. A few days ago, my car was not running well. I pulled into the garage, and a young mechanic had it fixed in just a few minutes. He knew it was wrong by simply listening to the engine. I was amazed. The sad truth is, great talent is not enough. I'm constantly shocked at how little talented people earn. I heard the other day that less than 5% of Americans earn more than $100,000 a year. I have met brilliant, highly educated people who earn less than $20,000 a year. A business consultant who specializes in the medical trade was telling me how many doctors, dentists, chiropractors struggle financially. All this time, I thought that when they graduate, the dollars pour in. It was this business consultant who gave me the phrase, "They are one skill away from great wealth." What this phrase means is that most people need only to learn and master one more skill and their income would jump exponentially. I have mentioned before that financial intelligence is a synergy of accounting, investing, marketing, and law. Combine those 4 technical skills and making money with money is easier. When it comes to money, the only skill most people know is hard work. I think that'll be a good place to stop this reading. Sorry about that weird little... Did you notice? There's a little change here. My camera overheated because my room is so hot. Sweaty hot up there, so I had to stop, and I'm changing location for this episode. So I hope it wasn't too much of an annoyance for you. And I hope you enjoyed this reading from Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. I like this section. We didn't get too deep into it, into the whole ideology of work for the sake of learning instead of working for money. Yeah, that reporter, she was kind of offended. Like, how do you get offended, really? This guy is like a billionaire. He's obviously successful. You're interviewing him for being the best-selling author, which you want to be, because you just said it. You said, I want to be the best-selling author one day. And then when he gives you advice, you snap on him, you turn around and tell him he's crazy, and that people like him are what's wrong with the planet. It's kind of backwards, Can't be spoiled like that. You gotta put in work, you know, and enjoy putting in work. Enjoy learning. You gotta develop a thirst for learning. And I think maybe this is for another blog, another video, but I think it's not that hard to get into enjoying it, learning new things, expanding your mind, being able to express yourself better because you know more things. But yes, again, that's for another video, perhaps, by chance. If you enjoyed this book and you don't have it yet, what's wrong with you? How do you not have Rich Dad Poor Dad yet? Sorry, it's not your fault. Maybe you live under a rock or just haven't had the opportunity to get it. My bad for dissing you. You should probably go pick this up. Just go down into the description box and click on the Amazon link. Head over there and grab yourself a copy. He has a bunch of other books in his collection too, which I'll probably touch on in future videos. But yeah, I guess we'll get there in time. Until next time, this is the AFM Book Club closing out in a different location. And yeah, bye-bye then.